In the background you'll see Stewart Island in the background of Foveaux Strait. So we're looking out over basically over Colic Bay. So we farm at Longwood. There's about 520 hectares here of varying degrees of productive capacity. Topography's rolling. We've got some peatland that's not overly productive, but we milk historically about 830 cows peak, fully self-contained, a handful of sheep. We got 3 family members on farm and 4 grandchildren, so it's pretty cool really. My grandfather bought the first piece of land here in 1948, milked 7 cows and ran 27 sheep. So if we went back 7 or 8 years, we were running an incredibly intensive system, and some would argue it was highly productive, and it was highly productive. Was it that profitable? Yes and no. It required a lot of energy and a lot of focus to maintain it, and we got to a point 7 or 8 years ago where we actually just couldn't simply maintain it. The farm, the environment couldn't maintain that intensity, and found that actually we could back off and actually still make the same amount of profit, but with a lower footprint around people, environment, and for ourselves. So we did that, and that's been an ongoing journey. Being self-contained, that led to reductions in intensity around young stock and stuff as well. Simplifying systems as well. So and we started to look at resource use. So if we look back 7 or 8 years, we're using about 180 units of N. Last year we used about 15. This year will probably be about 20. So there's been a gradual decline of nutrient use, and everyone talks about cost savings. It's interesting because actually it's not so much the cost saving, it's actually the nutrient use, because if you went back 7 or 8 years, fruit was a lot less expensive. So the cost savings relative today probably aren't that significant, but actually we're only using about 50% of the nutrient we were. And I think fish has played, especially in the last 3 years since we've been using it, quite an important role in being able to do that. And so through that process we've explored other options, and I suppose in the last 2 years, so fish it was part of that. In the last couple of years we've been with BioAg, so Stephen Haswell, and Steve, as part of his program, Fish It plays an important part there too. So previously we had to be very focused around allocation to strive to achieve those residuals and therefore cow performance or animal performance. What we're seeing today is that probably our biggest challenge is putting enough feed in front of cows, and we can plate it 3.2, 3.5, and consider we're over allocating, but the cows they'll nail that. And even if they don't, if we don't get the residuals industry dictates you need to, they'll still perform when they come back onto that paddock, the next number of times. So fish is playing an important part in making our grass more attractive to the animals, more palatable.